Close. Jagannathan Tunugulta is with us, equity head at SMC Capital Markets. Jagan, afternoon. Good having you with us here on Profit. First off, let me dive straight into stocks because nothing much on the frontline indices. Anything you'd like to do with Reliance Power? RNRL gets merged into that company. Very limited things you can do with Reliance Natural Resources now. But Reliance Power?
Yeah, I think overall, as you rightly said, only the deal activity is keeping the momentum up. Otherwise, overall market is as lackluster as anyone can see. As far as RNRL, RPL, Reliance Power situation is concerned, RNRL business model itself came under question after that Supreme Court judgment and after the settlement between the settlement between the Ambani brothers. So now RNRL merging into RPL at least will give it some meaningful situation, because it's more like raw material provider RNRL, and Reliance Power is more like a production center. So from Reliance Power point of view, it becomes more like a backward integration, and for Reliance RNRL it's more like a forward integration. So net it's a deal from the complementary point of view can make sense, but from the valuation point of view, I think for RNRL it's not very exciting, because lots and lots of traders have the positions, and many investors are generally, it's a very fancy stock because it moves. It has a tendency to move quite big moves. So a lot of positions got stuck, and 25% down is definitely not doesn't leave a good taste in the mouth. As you rightly said, even on a lackluster Bandh day, still if you lose money, you have to still pay up, right? Your broker will not leave there.
Again, any ideas you want to throw our way?
Yeah, I mean, if you remember, we were discussing about it, as the overall market is in this kind of tight range, only the special situations are special ideas. Only that is the way, I think, to make some money, because, for example, M&A arbitrages, whenever these kind of swap ratios are there, if somebody can spot that opportunity by going long on one company and short another company, you can take that M&A arbitrage spread advantage. And because so many deals are happening, ranging from, say, Reliance Communication, GTL, RNRL, Reliance Power, and so there are many combinations one can try, and the delisting opportunities are always there, because whenever the delisting buzz is starting, for 2-3 days the stocks are rallying almost to the extent of upper circuits. So I mean, only these special situations are keeping the market mood up. Otherwise it's very overall for last 1 year, I think it's very forgettable from the activity point of view. Just 300 Nifty points or just 1000 points Sensex range we have been trading.
Jagan, is there any gains to be had in the fertilizer and the food stocks now that the monsoon situation seems to be getting a little bit better? Would you be buying into any? If so, you have any names in mind?
Yeah, as far as food and fertilizer is very seasonal play. Anyway, now I think the monsoon is at least in line with what the expectation is. So that is one positive thing for these stocks for sure. But at the same time, these are relatively small cap companies, so one has to be very careful, because these companies have a tendency to fast either way. So to that extent, I think for next 2-3 months probably the speed with which these stocks are going to move will be huge. So one has to be slightly careful. Otherwise, there are it's not a bad play to play. But as I was telling, because if the market takes a dip, because which I feel it's just matter of time, because it's just inevitable, then all these stocks are going to fall, because in India the tendency is the moment the market falls, the fall will be across the board. Only the percentage fall can differ. So all these stocks will be very vulnerable if any eventual fall happens, either because of European reasons or any other reasons.
All right, that would be, of course, a broader market, probably a global market phenomena. But fertilizer, I want to delve a little bit deeper into. Apart from the seasonal monsoon story, there could also be an anticipation building up that there would be further price decontrol in the fertilizer sector. Some part has already happened, but the fact that the government has managed to push through oil prices, perhaps they could go another step or something to that effect. Could that be sort of an early indicator that you may want to buy into?
Yeah, I think that can also happen. For example, if you see the petrol prices, the debate has been happening for so many years, and finally it has happened. So this time the government is approaching in very aggressive fashion, and the decisions are, whether it be spectrum sale or whether it be related to this petrol prices. So I think the whole approach is little aggressive of late. So I think even if some deregulation happens, for sure, I think the share prices are going to rally, as we have just seen in case of the OMCs. So, but as you know, I mean, these are very tough and sticky decisions to take beyond a point, because these are not easy decisions, because vested interests are so huge across the country. But net, I think sooner than later, I think one can expect deregulation happening. When that happens, the stock prices of fertilizers can benefit.
Okay, all right, fair enough. We'll leave it at that for now, Jagan. We're talking to you. Appreciate your time here on Profit as well.